మిత్రులారా, బంధువులారా, మిత్రోమన్ బంధువం, welcome to excuse me, our UttaRanchal series, our UttaraKhand series. This is your presenter, Dr. REddy, at South Asia Maps, your education channel. Mitronam, we are today continuing our fascinating exploration of UttaraKhand, UttaRanchal, that is Devabhu. The point of today's discussion is we'll be exploring some historic districts, jilas, and also some TEHSILs of UttaRanchal, Uttarakhand. I have taken only historic district. There used to be 3 districts before Radcliffe Line, and around about 17 or so, there used to be 7 or 8 districts. I have taken only those, but I have added, I think, Hardwar to complete because Hardwar district is now in Uttaranchal, and I have purposefully kept the TEHSILs round about 50 because if you take 8 districts or so, add 5 to each, excuse me, that will be 40 to 50. So this is easy to remember. The old districts like Chamoli here, Uttarkashi here, and Tehri, that is the Tehri Garhwal, Pauri Garhwal, Dehradun, Nainital, and historic Nainital, and Almora Pitogar. This is the Kumaon region. This is the Kurmanchal region or Kumaon region. This is the Garhwal region. Excuse me. After this presentation, you will get a very good clarity of 8 historic districts and round about 50 or so TEHSILs TALUKs. Why this is important? Because Mitranam, in order to understand any land, territory, habitat, or province, you have to know the places first, where to start. Take, for example, when the British imperialism was at peak, Radcliffe time, there used to be around about 50 or so political divisions, amalgamation of the districts, jilas, and 50 means if you give around about 5 districts to each division, there should be 250 to 300 districts. So easy to remember. Now, around about 2024, the July when I recorded this, there are round about 750 or so districts east of the Radcliffe line, that is the truncated Bharat. West of the Radcliffe line, there are 170, 180 districts in the pure land, that is Pakistan. And east of other pure land, there are around about 18 districts or so. East Bengal, Purbi Bengal, Bangladesh, that is east of Hooghly line. If you combine them, join them, there should be around about 900 to 1000. So that is very daunting for the beginner. So easy way to understand is historical districts and divisions. Excuse me. Actual district formation after Battle of Palasi, Battle of Buxar, around about 1764, when the British East India Company ruled. Company Bahadur appointed James Runnell, who is considered to be the father of Indian geography, that he started systemization of the British geographic knowledge in their dominions in Asia, Bharat. So that's how the districts were started. When the Islamic imperialism was peak, they used to be called Shubas, provinces, then the Parganas, Jilas. British used the Jila as synonymous with the district, even though they are different under Islamic imperialism and British imperialism. Now everybody calls them the Jilas and all the local terms, and districts is the English version. Excuse me for my allergies. Mitronam, and this is my YouTube channel. I have posted all these things, South Asia Maps JRD. These are round about 70 or so playlist. Each playlist has round about 10, 15 or so presentations. You can look at them at diverse topics of Indology, human ecology, South Asia Maps JRD. And when the British started, you see, there are very few districts. This is the United Provinces of Agra and Awadh, Radcliffe times, and later changed to simply UP. So only 3 districts, Garhwal and Nainital Almora. Dehradun was part of Meerut division, later Sharanpur division. So actually we can see the 4 districts also. We are talking about 8 now. And today there are around about 23 districts, 13 districts or so after Chakrata was bifurcated from Dehradun, that is in the Jaunsar region of the Tons and Yamuna River basin. So there are 13 here. We'll talk about them at some time later. And this is the essentially the districts I'll be covering because this is the Atlas roundabout 1980 Oxford India Atlas. I have taken most from here and I have added, in addition to taluks, I might have added important landmarks so that the story will be complete for the audience, and we'll move to the next screen also where I will stop them. You can see all these taluks, tehsils I will be talking about because I am not from that area. My pronunciation may be little different for many audience. So irrespective of pronunciation, how they are spelled will be very clear to you. Excuse me again for my allergies. We start with the Dehradun. The Dehradun was not actually a part of Garhwal region, but historically got close to that. We have the Dehradun here and Kalsi, Taluk and Chakrata Tuni. The northern part is the Chakrata district. Now the Jaunsar type of people, different culture live there. Jaunsar people, Jaunsar culture, that is the Tuni, where the Tons joins with the Pabbar river. The Chakrata is in the Tons river basin, and Khalsa Yamuna river joins Tons river. At that point, Tons pumps more water into the Yamuna system than the Yamuna river itself. Then the river goes to the gets the Asan River from the Doon Valley, and Payonta Sahib goes to the Yamuna Nagar in the historic Ambala districts to Indraprastha and all those regions, eventually to Prayag. That is the Dehradun district. South of the Sivalik mountains here, there is a Hardwar district they added. Actually, it was historically vast part of the Meerut division, Sharanpur district. Western part is Sharanpur and Nakur. And just they took away this Roorkee district. That is the very educational center, and Ganga Canal was built in that during the time. Costly engineers during the Dalhousie time. The Hardwar is the gateway to UttaraKhand, Himachal Pradesh. Laksar is the major. The railway junction from Laksar, a branch line goes to the Hardwar to Rishikesh, that is the Raiwala regions, and the south it goes to Bijnor and all those areas. So Hardwar district predominantly south of Sivalik region in the Babbar and Tarai region and Ganga Maidan. So why I have put it so that the people should know this is surrounding is the Tibet, Trivishnapura, then the Kinnaur district, Kinnaur, this Mahashu district. So that is the Simla district and Shirmaur district, Ambala district, Shahranpur. Bijnor, that is essentially Najibabad, Nagina, and Moradabad, that is Takurdwara, Rampur, we have Suwar regions, and Bareilly, Baheri regions. Here I have not shown Philbit area and Puranpur area. So to complete the story. So that is about. Next we go to Uttarkasi, the large in area. Historically, it is to be called Tehri Garhwal Kingdom, Princely State. Both are at one time the same before Radcliffe time. So we have Uttarkasi and we have Mori and Purola and Dunda and Rajgarh. The Bandarpunch mountains reside here and Kedarkanta mountains. That is different from Kedarnath mountains in this area. Then the Tehri is the headquarters of the princely state. Rajas, Parmar Rajas or Panwar Rajas, also called Pawar kings, used to rule there. It has many capitals named after its rulers. After it became princely state, Anglo-Nepalese wars around about 1816 or so, Treaty of Sugauli and so on. Pratapnagar and Narendranagar here. Devaprayag is the town where two head streams, Bhagirathi from here, Alkananda here, they merge together. From that place, the giant stream is called Ma Gangar, Ganga Matar, Ganga Nadi, goes to the south of Narendranagar. Actually, Narendranagar is not there on the river. Then goes to Rishikesh and Raiwala region and Hardwar and so on. So the Tehri or Tehri Garhwal. There are two Garhwal districts. Tehri means Tehri Garhwal, Pauri means Pauri Garhwal. and Pauri Garhwal district, and also lot of area. The Pauri town is just a few kilometers south of Srinagar. Srinagar town itself is maybe 10 kilometers upstream of Devaprayag, used to be the capital of the the kings there, and later they moved the capital to Pauri after British acquired this territory of Treaty of Sugauli from the Nepalese war. Yankeshwar here in the south, Lansdowne is the hill station in the Pauri Garhwal Kodwa. This is essentially a Babar Tarai region. A lot of population resides in this, and there is also railway line from Nazibabad to Kodwara and so on. So this is a Pauri Garhwal, Tehri Garhwal, Uttar Kasi, Dehradun we covered. This is the big district in north close to the Tibet, that's called Chamoli district. Then the important like Deva Prayag and the Vishnu Prayag and Nanda Prayag and Karna Prayag, all these Panchaprat, three among the four Panchaprayags reside here. Joshimat is a town just maybe 10 kilometers south of Badrinath temple. Badrinath temple is different from Badrinath, Kedarnath mountain peaks. You have to remember. Wikimat and Gopeshwar Chamoli is the headquarter, and Chamoli Karnaprayag is where the river Pindar joins the Alakananda river. That is about the this is the historic Kurmanchal region, also called Kumun region. Historically, there used to be only two districts, Nainital and Almora. From Almora, Nainital was bifurcated, and later from Almora, Pithogar is bifurcated. From Pithogar, now we have Champavat. From Almora, we have Bageshwar. So, coming to Nainital, it's the most important densely populated districts, and Nainital used to be the British headquarters for this Kumon division at that time. Division, remember, had 2, 3, 4, 5 districts. In United Provinces, this is one of the divisions like Meerut, Lucknow, Faizabad, Benares, and so on. The Bundelkhand or Jhansi division. So Nainital is the hill station, Bhimtal, and all those regions in northern part. That's actually in the middle, Himalayan regions. And southern part is mostly Babar and Tarai, that is the Kashipur, Kicha, Katima, Pantnagar, and Sitarganj and Katima here. And then further north is the Almora district. Actually, the rules, the Chand dynasty ruled from Almora. Original capital was Champavat, later moved to Bejnath, Bageshwar regions, Almora. When British conquered it, Almora came into their control, and Almora was the major British headquarters administration for a couple of years. Later, they established the hill station Nainital and moved there. That's why the Nainital has a very less land area so that people can inhabit. So still, it is the court is still there for UttaraKhand in the Nainital around the lake region. So Almora district and west is the hill station Ranikhet, and further north is the Baijnath where the famous temple resides, and the further is the Bageshwar region. The Pindar Glacier is the second largest glacier in UttaRanchal. UttaraKhand is in this region. So and then the Pithogar district. This is the Nepalese territory at the time under Gurkha's control, called Mahakali, the province, or later Karnali province in the eastern part. I have put it, and the southern part is the Champavat Taluk. That's mostly further south is close to the Tarai and Babar regions. The middle Himalayas will be here, and the famous Tanakpur is the railway terminus in this here, and Purna Devi Mandir will be here, Pitorgarh and Didi Ghat, Darchula and the Kali Nadi. This is also called Mahakali Nadi, or also called Saryu Nadi. Downstream it is called joins with the Gagra River, Gagra Nadi, and goes on Ayodhya banks eventually, the Munshiari town here. So we have covered all of them, and I have the same thing here so that the audience can view all the districts here. The TEHSILs I have maintained so that you can see how they are spelled. So that spellings are also important. You can see them. and I might have added something extra that may not be that important. And this is why this is important, because you remember, you start with knowing about the first divisions. These are around about how many 10 divisions are so in the United Provinces. Pre-Radcliffe time, we are talking about only this particular area, along with the princely state of Tehri Garhwal, that was actually in the the Simla Hill states previously used to be called Punjab Hill states, and so on. That's not the crown rule, but is the princely states that ended to rule. The Tehri Garhwal, that is Uttar Kashi and Tehri districts, and so on. I have mentioned that you can see the appropriate United Provinces series many. You will get more idea there. And coming to the British India 44 divisions, you can look under the districts or divisions, regions, you will see the more about. So you get a grasp out of that, and so on. And there are many other historic Bengal regions, and so on. So that's what we talked about. And for clarity, these are the, I will stop here so that you top part is cut off, but this is mostly sufficient. This is the region. And if you want to know the modern 13 districts, so their TEHSILs, for completing the story, I have put them here for convenience. And that's about the fascinating in the Uttarakhand series, we discussed about the historic districts and taluks, tehsils of Bharat. Mitranam, hope this will give you a good information about the Devabhumi. If you want, you can post your comments or any suggestions, or even subscribe the channel if you like it. And thank you very much, and see you next time. Dr. J. Reddy, South Asia Maps Intellectual Chatriya's channel, your education channel.